Hey you guys, Erica here. I'm actually going to do a really quick video today because I would like to be finished before my children get home. Okay, so I want to do an update, and unfortunately, it's not a good update, and I will tell you why in a minute. First off, I am now currently at 167.2, so I have gained 1.6 pounds since yesterday, and I'm gonna actually set the scene up for you guys and explain. Again, no excuses. I knew what I was doing, and when I weighed myself this morning, I wasn't even upset. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. I knew what I did, and I knew there was gonna be a cost to it. So, well, yesterday, for some reason, I don't know what got into my kids. They decided that they were just going to do every and anything to test me. And normally, I mean, I'm a very scheduled person. My kids get home. As soon as they get home, they change into their, play clothes, or if they plan on going outside. They eat. After they eat, after a certain time, 3 o'clock, they start homework. From 3 to 4, they're doing homework or they're reading. And then after 4 o'clock, they're allowed to go outside as long as everything is done that they need to do. Very simple, right? No. However, when my kids got home, my two youngest ones decided that they were going to fight. And like literally they were fighting each other. Like they went upstairs and they just I just hear like my youngest one crying. So I go upstairs and I just see like they're on top of each other just fighting. My oldest one, he knows that on a certain days he's supposed to take the trash out, blah blah blah. No, he wasn't doing that. He just decided to get on his tablet. Then he wanted to back talk. And I have a very big problem with back talking. When I tell you to do something, it just requires you to do it. It doesn't require any explanation or nothing like that. I'm just one of those type of parents. I don't know, maybe it's because I come from a military background. My father was military, and I'm a very, like, do as you told type of person. And as long as you do, everything's good. So there's a system to all this. But from the time my kids got home to the time they went to bed, they actually went to bed early because they just were testing me and got in trouble several times. So they ended up going to bed 30 minutes early. I was completely drained at that point. I was supposed to be eating after I did my last video, but I don't know, I got sidetracked or whatever. So I didn't eat. I ended up not eating until, everything was going on. I didn't realize I didn't eat until my kids went to bed. So again, that's a horrible habit that I've been having, and I'm really trying to break myself out of it. However, because I didn't eat, I was stressed, I was frustrated, I was mad at my kids. All of those emotions, just basically, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna eat whatever I can. And I also yesterday I made lasagna. I made chicken lasagna, and I'm a pasta person, pasta and chocolate chip cookies, as you know from yesterday. So I went in there. I ate some chicken lasagna, and I had garlic bread, and then I had three Oreo cookies. And they weren't just regular Oreo cookies, they were the double stuffed ones. I basically was, I don't really know if you want to call it stress eating, but I was mad, I was frustrated, and I was just, I was just at that point where there was no reasoning behind what I was doing. I was just eating. I don't know if I was just, my kids were rebelling and I couldn't really act out the way I wanted to, so I acted out in my eating habits. And so after I ate and everything, did a little bit of work, and then ended up going to bed about 10 o'clock. But when I went upstairs, I already knew. I was like, man, I have to learn how to get a handle on when I'm at an all-time high with my stress level, which it takes a lot for me to get to that point. But typically, I have things in place. Well, I won't say I have things in place, but as far as it comes to my kids, I pretty much have a handle on them. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. They know that they are supposed to be doing something A, B, C, D, and things flow very nice with them. But for some reason, it was just like maybe it was my test. I don't know what it was, but I failed it. I failed it really, really bad. And when I woke up and I and I weighed myself, I'm actually surprised it wasn't more. I'm surprised I didn't gain more weight because of what I ate. I mean, I did not. It was horrible what I ate yesterday. Um, but I was okay with it. And I was okay with the consequences. I knew that. I always tell my kids every action and everything that we react to, there's always some form of a consequence to it. And for me, and you have to learn to be okay with those consequences. You did it, then you got to do the time. You did it, then you got to understand that there's a punishment with it. Well, with me, that was my punishment, and I was completely fine with it because I knew what I did. Okay, so I say all of that to basically, one, update you guys on my weight, and two, I really, really understand why it is important to, kind of plan things in advance. I mean, there's always going to be obstacles. And for some reason, it seems like when you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to change a particular habit, it seems like there's more obstacles. Am I the only one who feels that way? For some reason, I feel like since starting my HCG diet, that there have been more obstacles or more things that are kind of being thrown at me. And maybe it's just my mindset. I'm probably subconsciously bringing this stuff to me, because maybe out of fear or maybe because I don't know what it is, but it's something that I have to work on. And I keep saying that about how I need to work on my mindset. I'm actually going to do something about it. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to start doing a little bit of self-development. Go to the library and get some books on, how to become a better me. And kind of change my mindset on some things, and work on myself on a subconscious level, the whole law of attraction and all of that. Because I really, really feel that, it's just one of those things where, like, you reap what you sow, So, and it's either going to be a negative thing or it's going to be a positive thing. I was actually watching, and one of the YouTubers, I can't remember her name, but she was talking about this on a video I was watching yesterday. And let me see what my time is right now. Okay. I'm just kind of rambling, you guys, so bear with me on this. Everything, whether good or bad, that happens in our lives, it is a direct response to how we're thinking and how we're feeling, either on a conscious level or a subconscious level. So I knew that this was going to be a different thing for me with this HCG diet. It's completely out of my comfort zone. It's something that I'm not used to, as far as, only eating a certain amount of food. You can't have certain things in the food. I've never did a diet where I couldn't have certain things. It was more of I can have things and it's in moderation. But this is basically, there's no wiggle room with what you can and can't eat. And there's always, if you change that in any direction, it can steer you off course. So it's completely new to me with it. So I'm going to, start really, really working on myself personally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm also gonna, well, I figured the things that I'm learning and the things that I am going to apply with my life, I'm going to start doing videos on that as well. So it won't just be about my update, physically what I'm doing as far as losing weight, but also the mindset portion of it, because I feel it's very important, and there's a huge connection when it comes to losing weight. How our mindset is. The main, if you really think about it, the main reason of why we do what we do, it all stems from here, that 8-pound mass between our ears. So why not work on that as well as working on, the physical portion of it? So that's what I'm going to be doing. And also, I'm going to start trying to walk every day. I'm not a huge person. I'm not a huge workout person. I know it's probably a bad thing. I don't know why that is. Well, I do know why that is, but I'm going to start trying to walk on a daily basis and just kind of get myself out of the house and, into nature and just breathing the air, and listening to some audiobooks while I'm doing that. So I'm going to do a little bit of that as well. And yeah, you guys, this is my update. I will. Sorry, I'm just making sure I covered all my bases with what I wanted to say. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, I've learned my lesson and I'm back on track today. I'm actually about to eat right now, so I'm going to go ahead and eat. And then make sure I'm taking my water, and I will update you guys tomorrow. So, see you guys then. Till then, see y'all.